Hi Virgo. These are the energies leading up to your reading. I thought we would start by taking a look back, since it's been so long since I've been able to do a reading for you all. And I've truly missed it. And it looks like, in the meantime, what's led us here for you, Virgos, is a feeling of being stuck. Now, maybe that is both mentally and physically, but for some of you, I do see that while physically stuck, you have been able to mentally free yourself, while others of you were having trouble addressing the fact that you needed to be mentally free as well as physically free. And this has led to you having to acknowledge that the only way out is through working through some heartbreak in this space that you feel somewhat trapped in. Now, this is, again, what has led us up to this point. So hopefully a lot of you have transitioned, evolved even further forward from this point, but we will be taking a look at that with another deck. We'll look at an overview of the month. And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Cups. So I think while in this space, feeling that sense of trapped, feeling that sense of heartbreak, maybe specifically heartbreak because of miscommunication with someone, there is another opportunity, or has been another opportunity available to you, Virgos, and it just hasn't been paid any mind. It hasn't been, you haven't paid any attention to that because you've been so focused on this feeling of stuck and trying to free yourself. So again, we'll use another deck and we'll look forward from here into an overview of the month. Okay, Virgo, we're back. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Let's see what this month has in store for Virgo. Virgos of any kind. Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, your Mars. The Queen of Cups shows. It was face down though, so I'm going to put it back in and keep shuffling and we'll see if it resurfaces for us. Yeah. And it flipped out again immediately. All in your feels, Virgos. And this is intended for recorded in the month of November 2020. It may resonate at any time if you find the reading at a different time. You also have the Magician, your first major arcana card out. Nine of Pentacles, always a very Virgo card for me. Virgos, I see you creating this month. Creating, manifesting, you're creating in a way that heals other people, not just yourself. Because you have been meditating on what you want to create. Your projects have been in an incubation period, and apparently they are surfacing now. You have all of the tools that you need to manifest what it is that you wish to. But I imagine you're already in the know about that. You're already creating. You have the Seven of Swords in the past position. And the Six of Pentacles is in your future position. You have messages to share, Virgo. You've got something to say. They are fire messages. This may be indicating that some of you don't want to be seen, but only heard. And a second page, the page of fire and the page of water. These are messages of love. Again, messages of healing that you have to share with other people. This reading is too good. This reading is too good. 6 minutes in, and I don't see what the point of your reading is. I mean, if everything's hunky-dory, what is the reading about? Temperance is your advice, Virgos. Again, Virgos of any kind. Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, North Node. Maybe you have a stellium in Virgo, or maybe you just found the message by chance, by title. If you feel that you identify with Virgo energy, that it's representing you, that it could be, then that's enough. And the King of Wands is in your outcome. Virgos, we're going to have to draw some extra cards. What is your reading about? I mean, I see all of the word splendor comes to mind. I see all of and the Lover's card on the bottom of the deck. I see all of the wonderful news. Good news isn't enough. It's wonderful news. It's too much. It's too much. You're creating, you're gaining financial independence. If you want to start your own business with this creative and or healing art form that you are engaging in, you can. You need only find a balance because, okay, here's the only issue in your entire reading. This first one back is going to be short and sweet. In your past, someone has taken from you unfairly. I was hesitant to decide whether this was you stealing time or ideas for yourself, stealing something from yourself, or whether someone was taking from you. But I see it now. I needed a second with it, and I see it now. This is in your past. Someone has taken from you unfairly, and in your future, you're needing to be reminded that you will get what you give. Now, that does not necessarily mean for all of you that you have taken from someone and that's why someone took from you. Not necessarily. Maybe, if that resonates, it resonates. But what I see certainly is that you are hesitant to reach this balance, to give all that you want to receive, to play your part in that balance, because you believe and feel that you have already given too much, because we see in the past someone has taken from you. And I'm sure that's your inspiration. I'm sure that's part of your inspiration. Why you are now creating art, and or why you are now concentrating your efforts on healing other people, maybe some type of mysticism or any type of healing. any type of artist or healer here with the Queen of Cups. It's why you are feeling at least the empathic notions to do so, to create, to heal yourself, others, to feel your way through a situation, because you have been dogged is the word that is arriving. Someone has done you wrong, and you were well aware of it. The thing is, anyone who you may be dealing with now, maybe it's an Aries, maybe it's a Gemini, maybe it's just someone who is helping you to secure all the tools that you need in order to create and manifest what it is that you want. Anyone that you may be dealing with now is someone who you are going to get what you give with. Now, the Magician can just be representing you. Maybe you internally, or just in your life, maybe you already have everything that you need to create what you want to manifest what you are aiming to. Maybe you need help from someone. Either way, whether you're manifesting on your own or with the help of someone else, everyone you're dealing with now, you, at this time, okay, I don't mean now and forever forward, but at this time, as this message reaches you and resonates, these are people, these are co-creators who you will get what you give with them. And my honest opinion is maybe you do deserve to simply receive. I understand that feeling. I resonate with it myself. Yeah, you may deserve exactly what you're thinking, to hesitate on giving an equal amount for what you're going to get, because in the past you've given and given and someone has just taken. So don't you deserve to just receive at this point? But these are new individuals, I believe, that you're dealing with, and that is simply not the way that works. You cannot take from someone else because someone in your past took from you. And when we phrase it that way, we see clearly that we don't want to be that person, right? Then it becomes obvious. And so the cards, the reading, it's asking you for balance. It's asking you for patience. It's asking you for quiet, effortless precision. Precision in how much you give, how much you give considering what it is you require in return. Make sure it is balanced, especially if you're feeling resentful about something or bitter about something, or even just hesitant, again, about something because of what's happened in your past. What you're creating is meant to be heard, seen, felt. It's meant to be felt. And if there isn't a balance in give and take, then you run the risk of not many people feeling, or not all the people who are meant to, feeling this healing that you've created, whether it's, in an art form, or whether it is just healing. Is it as a healer, as an artist, as a healer / artist, either way. If you're too hesitant for too long, if you refuse this magician's gifts, whomever it is, you or someone else who has the tools to manifest what you want to, then you run the risk of playing for yourself, or for not as many as are meant to feel and benefit from and gravitate towards and grow and develop with the accompaniment, with the aid of your efforts, right? And then the reading leads me to a realization that I've had on my own, Virgos, is that there are karmic repercussions for something like that. If you have a gift that you are meant to share and you hesitate or refuse because it's more comfortable for you not to, you will see the karmic repercussions of that. Did you only deprive one person of your art, your healing efforts, or did you deprive 500 or 5,000 or 5 billion? You know, is it the world that needs to hear you, or is it just a couple of people? Regardless, there will be karma to match what you have deprived other people from. And that's just a fact. It's something that I hadn't considered myself very deeply, very often, until very recently. And it applies here for sure, because again, as I said at the beginning, the only problem, the only issue, the only thing that's not flipping wonderful about the fact that you have loving message, you have a loving message or loving messages, you have intense, passionate, and on point messages to share with other people that you have incubated for some time. The only issue is that because someone has taken from you, you are hesitant to give too much. So again, do the work to be precise. If that's what your soul, your psyche requires of you in order to give enough, if your psyche says, the only way I could give enough is to make sure that I don't give a drop more, then do that. That is no one's work but yours. And I don't mean to be too hard on you, but that's your work. Do that. Ensure then that you give just enough for it to be equal, for it to be balanced. But do give, and do give enough, and do let it be balanced. And don't refuse someone new because you are suspicious of their efforts or their offers or their resources or their promises because someone in the past has stolen from you, has taken more than their fair share. It looks like you have some networking to do, Virgos. It looks like you have perhaps a business to start, a leadership role to fulfill. Is it in your family? Is it in your business? It's different for different Virgos, but a leadership role, an influential social role to fill where you are connecting with lots of other people. Physically, using your physical vessel, at least, to do so. And that is exactly what you are heading toward. I personally, this reading advises you to match this magician's offerings. Again, is this you? Is this someone outside you, Virgo? I really think for a lot of you, it's someone who's offering to help that you are just very hesitant to trust, but you get what you give. You get what you give from your audience, from your clients, from your peers, from your co-workers, investors. you get what you give here. And I mean, that's what the message this month is about. It definitely preaches to you that you can trust moving forward. And this Nine of Pentacles is in your higher mind. What you know when your ego is quiet. So it's an egoic fear that someone has taken from you, and you don't want to allow that to happen again. But you know, when that ego is quiet, you know that if you refuse to play your part in this balance, that you will end up creating for only yourself or not enough of an audience, as we can see clearly here. It's a beautiful depiction of financial independence, truly. I'm not sure why the camera won't focus. There we go. It's a little bit better. But you can see the piano player there at the piano by herself. This is financial independence. It is. So there's an indication that there is, I have to say, there's an indication that there is even a way for you to reach that status, that financial independence, without sharing your work with as many people as are meant to benefit from it. Again, and then you get what you give. Your karma will reflect that. That is not, it sounds like a threat. It's not meant to be a threat coming from me. But I hear myself saying it. It sounds like a warning, a threat. You know, I don't mean to make it sound that intense, but if that's how it's coming through, that's how it's coming through. It's just because someone else has deprived you or treated you poorly, that doesn't excuse you for depriving someone else or treating someone else poorly. And we know this. And again, it's one of those things when we hear it phrased that way, it's so obvious that we don't want to do that. We don't want to hurt others just because we've been hurt. And it doesn't feel like that type of a choice to you. It's just fear, which is egoic. And there's a business to be built. There's a network to establish. There's influence to exercise here, Virgos. So again, I don't know how many you are meant to influence, but I do know that your karmic repercussions will reflect your choice here. And it is your choice with the Lover's card on the bottom of the deck. This is all about a choice to enter a lengthy contract that is quite the entanglement. It is likened to, and in fact, it is represented by two lovers coming together, choosing a fresh path that is not neither the one that either one was headed down on their own, right? This is you and a project, a line of work coming together, or possibly you and another person. You know, this could all be about, for a few of you, for some of you, it could all be a love message about a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, likely feminine energy, which doesn't necessarily mean female, coming together with an Aries or Gemini that is likely a masculine energy, which doesn't necessarily mean male. And the female, or the feminine energy rather, being the one that is, actually they look like this when facing me here. They are actually facing each other. Likely the feminine likely being the one who is hesitant because of what has happened in her past. Now, I will include, before I conclude this, If the person making you an offer is the same person who has dogged you, remember that's the word that came through, dogged you in the past, then it is also very likely that the Six of Pentacles is showing up to say, hey, they get what they give. If they haven't given you any reason to inspire you to include them in your future plans, and I think that that's only some Virgos. If this is someone from your past, the same someone who's already hurt you, and they haven't given you any reason to inspire you to give what you want to get from them, then they may be the ones who are getting what they gave. And in that case, we may see another Aries, Sag, or Leo here in your more distant future. Perhaps a family man, even with the King of Fire, the King of Wands. And again, that can be a family masculine. It doesn't necessarily have to be male. And in that case, playing to healing yourself and awaiting a companion that is worthy is absolutely called for. And it may require quiet, effortless focus and patience in the meantime. But I do believe that that is only for some Virgos, and that for a lot of you, we're not necessarily talking about a love reading. Or if it is a love reading to you, it's a love and a passion for something that you do that someone else is helping you do. Either way, whether it's about career, a job, income, money, or an actual partner, yeah, you have to see the opportunity. Making this choice, being able to make the choice that your higher self, really your own psyche and soul, is calling for, means not allowing yourself to withdraw just because you're afraid, Virgos. All is not what it seems here. So even if it is someone from your past who has wronged you, let us revisit that wrong. Is it undeniable? Are you saying to the reading right now, no, I would never, ever, ever, ever go there again? Then it's undeniable, and you know that. But all is not what it seems. So either it's someone you're suspicious of who you shouldn't be, and I do think that that is the case for most Virgos here that resonate. Or it's, it's the fact that all is not what it seems, because while this person is undeniably not getting another chance or anything close to it, there is another one coming. And you have to rely on your intuition to discern the difference here. It is a collective reading, a general reading for all Virgo energies. If you would like a private reading with me, a personal reading from me, you can order those by looking at the description down below. I've actually got new prices, new links, etc., that I have put together for us during my sabbatical from the channel, Virgos. So take a look if that's something that you need here, something that interests you. I do, though, hope that this short reading was able to help. I definitely enjoyed doing it for you. I have missed this so much, and I will be back again just as soon as I can be. I love you, Virgo.